Let us talk about some of the sequels and what is going on in the Bollywood industry. First of all, I just saw a trailer for Kagaz 2 and it seems promising. It looks good. Of course, we have some of the familiar faces like Satish Kaushik and Anupam Kher, and obviously Satish Kaushik is there in the movie because it's Kagaz 2. Kagaz 1 was made by him, and of course, there is Anupam Kher because he's a very good friend of Satish Kaushik, and of course, there is a drama and something very important to talk about in the movie about the society, about the very nature of the roadblocks we live in as people, and definitely it might be good. But should the movie be called Kagas 2? That's a very important question. The thing is, I see many movies which doesn't have to be named that, and the names are very interchangeable with each other. For example, uh, uh, Kagas, by the very name of it, it is about the subject of the movie. It's about you being declared dead, and that's why there is a struggle of it. But Kagas 2 is a story of something entirely different. Then why it is named Kagas 2? Probably because it wants to ride on the success of the first film. Similarly, we can see many movies like uh, Tiger series of Salman Khan, Tiger Zinda Hai, Tiger 3, and the thing is, it's the character is the same, but there is no continuity or journey. It Tiger 3 could have been called Kisi Ki Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan, and Kisi Ki Bhaijan could have been called Tiger 3. It doesn't even matter. You just have to replace the character's name, and you get a franchise of itself. The story is not connecting, and perhaps there's no need of a sequel, but you want to ride on the success of the previous film. That's why the name. Similarly, we have the story of the cop universe of Rohit, Singham 1, Singham 2, Singham 3, and it will keep on going forever. Then he brought Suryavanshi, and of course, there is a relation like he tries to connect here and there, here and there. But the thing is, story ends, and you bring in something else to make the story keep going, and it doesn't suit in a way. Some movies don't need a sequel, and perhaps sequels are only needed when there is something left to tell in the story. If the story is complete in on all itself, you don't need to tell a second story. One of the cases where you see that this is good is like Drishyam was massive success, and it was amazing storytelling, and the story was complete in and of itself, but somehow the Drishyam 2 manages to bring out more elements, and it's amazing, surprising, beautiful. Not as impactful as the first one, but there's continuity, the same stories, same characters, and the same basic story is going on. And perhaps it's the same case going on, whether he killed it or not, and all that thing. So it can be called a sequel. But most of the sequels I see is just blatantly different story, just the characters remain same, and it's just writing on the success of the previous film. It doesn't even make sense. For example, I saw a movie named Bade Mia Chote Mia, and it has all the action scenes somehow, and you're riding on a very popular cult movie of Amitabh Bachchan and Govinda, Bade Mia Chote Mia, and you're making something garbage out of it. It doesn't even make sense. Why call that movie Bade Mia Chote Mia? Call it anything else. Why you have to pick a name? Because you want audience to come to the theater, and that's very clickbaity, messy, tricky, and something not appreciated. For example, in series also, if you have a season, if the story is complete, stop it. Don't ride on the wave of like if the people are reacting or reaching out, then you keep on making more episodes, series, season. Some of the good examples of a complete series is like Dark, of time travel, and another uh, series of time travel is there, which has 3 seasons, and the story gets completed. There will be no further seasons. Doesn't matter how good it is, how many people demand it. Story is complete. It's the end. It starts. It has a journey. It's end. It has to end. And if something ends and you try to make it again with the because of the popularity of the movie, then you have to stop. That's not a good sequel, and that's not something that should be encouraged.